Hello, Dan with Country Creek Builders. I'm really excited to bring you back and show you the final for this basement that we recently finished. It's really kind of a Taj Mahal, very nice quality finished product, and I wanted to show it to you. So when you are coming down the stairs, the first left you take is into this theater area. The homeowners really wanted a separate room for their TV and entertainment area. So we did not want to put a door in here because we wanted to feel open. So we did create some arches in here with some pucks, and they'll have some sectional in here, and the TV will go on this wall. We're showcasing this project before the furniture and all the items show up because it's going to be several weeks before that stuff's ready. But it's just a really nice feature to have in your basement is a separate area for a TV. So I'm standing at the bottom of the stairs, and I wanted to show you a couple quick things that Country Creek Builders did on this project that really make it stand out. First of all, I've always talked about a great design, and you'll see the bar. It's a walk-up bar. It was designed that way. The bar does not have a full height fridge, but yet the homeowners wanted a full size fridge for storage for stuff for upstairs when they're entertaining and big holiday family gatherings. So when the design process was started, that was a very important feature that the homeowners wanted. I talked them into not having the full-size refrigerator in the bar just because it kind of distracts from the design. So what we did is we created an area for the full-size fridge right in here. And in order to keep it cool, we added some extra vent, so pass-through air, so it gets air circulation and it's kind of hidden out of the way. It really gives the bar a lot more creativity when you're designing that bar to not have that full-size fridge. A lot of fridges have the under cabinet fridges, which have your wine and your pop and your beverages. That is a really great idea. To have a full-size fridge in a bar anymore is something that we just don't do. When we finish the understair area, we do not just sheetrock it and leave it. We actually finish it with trim, flooring, and paint it so that it's a finished area for storage. It's a really nice look. It's a little bit more of the extra things that Country Creek Builders does for you on your projects. So you can see the bar does not have a full fridge, gives us a lot more of a stylish, creative bar area. So we do have an under cabinet fridge, which was really important to the homeowners. When Country Creek Builders designs these projects, we try to go above and beyond. We have toe kick LED lighting. We put puck lights in the upper cabinets with glass. We do a very thick 3-inch floating shelf, and then we also put some small LED puck lights above it just to light up this area. It's a really cool feature. We did a full stone tiled splash all the way to the ceiling, which is a really nice look. So when I first met with the homeowners, a couple things were very important to them. One is they wanted a lot of additional cabinetry and bookshelves for their books and storage of games and toys and stuff like that. The other thing was to have a walk-up bar. They did not feel it was needed to have a bar that you sat at. So really, a bar that is just a walk-up bar was a really nice feature for this project. And again, at Country Creek Builders, we kind of go above and beyond. We have a full trash and recycle can for the bar area so you don't have to run upstairs to get rid of your garbage. It's a really nice feature to have that. It saves things from being set on the counter, so it's a cool item to have. So if you're designing a bar, always try to get a trash recycle in that bar. I want to point out that our painters are so quality driven that when we have an upper cabinet with crown molding and it touches the ceiling, there's always some little imperfections with the sheetrock. That's just the nature of this business. And what we do is we caulk that so it's a very clean line so you don't have an air gap up there. It's just that extra step that we go to make sure that your basement project or your cabinets or anything that we do for you, the finish is a perfect finish. As with most basements, there are heat ducts in the ceiling area that need to be covered. This is a soffit that is hiding the heat ducts. When we design our basements, we try to make it look more of a designed feature, I should say, rather than having a area that you look at and say, oh, there's heat ducts behind that. So what we did on this particular job is we angled the return. There wasn't a need for that, and it just creates a really nice design. And then we lowered the ceiling at the stair landing, so it really kind of just creates an area that you don't really know if there's heat ducts in there, and it just makes it look better. So all the cabinetry are made of birch, and they're stained with a rich tobacco stain. When we met with the homeowners, they wanted the doors and the trim and everything to match exactly, so we ordered birch doors and trim, which is a special order. It was a 5-week order. The stain matches perfectly, and I will say that the birch doors really are great to work with. They finish exactly like they're supposed to. It's a very good, high quality product. If you look at the before videos, you'll remember I talked about a great design. The reason the design was very important in this area is because if you remember in the floor, there is a backflow valve that is in this closet. That's why we angled this wall. The valve is on the other side of this angled wall. It's hidden in the floor. But the design is what allowed us to make sure it was not out in the floor area, in the hallway area, it's in the closet. And so that's a really important reason why you should have a great design before you start a project. So we are now in the bathroom. All the tile for this project was purchased from Minnesota Tile in Lakeville. It's a very good quality tile supplier that we use. The tile was selected by the homeowners and installed by Country Creek Builders employees. I've talked about that in the past, that my philosophy with our company is to have our employees do as much of the work as we can, so I don't sub that out. I have full-time painters, full-time tile installers, full-time carpenters, full-time trim employees. So those are employees that are doing the work, and that is what gives me the ability to get high-quality employees that can produce a job that looks this great. So this bathroom, the vanity matches the bar cabinets. It's birch cabinetry with the same stain. So when we design the bathroom vanity mirrors, we have the frame match the cabinet, and so it really ties everything together. So here we are in front of the shower. We do a frameless shower door. It's a heavy-duty glass. We do a clear protected coating on the inside that just helps keep the glass looking great for years and years. It comes with a 10-year warranty on the protective coating. And you'll notice on all our tile, we don't put pencils or we don't leave a raw edge for the tile. We use metal trim pieces that match the finish for the hardware and the plumbing fixtures. It's a really nice feature. It ties everything in together. And then you'll notice in here the recessed shelf. The bottom of the recessed shelf matches the curb top. We always do that on our showers. It ties everything together again, which is important. And then the recessed shelf is trimmed with that metal edge that also ties into everything else. So again, Dan with Country Creek Builders. When you're ready to talk about your basement project or any other home remodeling, whether it's a kitchen, basement, an addition, give us a call at 952-484-9812 or shoot me an email, dan@countrycreekbuilders.com. And we'd love to talk to you about your project. We take great pride in our work. Our employees take great pride in what they do. They all talk about the finished product and how great it turns out. They have that excitement and energy, and we want to bring that to you and your project.